facile. Il faut bosser pour le faire en grand. Yeah, yeah. Yahweh shower me blessings. I did work, I did pray so hard. Yeah. It's strain on this one, eh? Oh, webs. Hit bar. La vie n'est pas si facile. Il faut bosser pour le faire en grand. Yeah, yeah. Yahweh shower me blessings. I did work, I did pray so hard. Yeah. It's strain on this one, eh? Oh, webs. Hit bar. La vie n'est pas si facile. Il faut bosser pour le faire en grand. Yeah, yeah. Yahweh shower me blessings. I did work, I did pray so hard. Yeah. It's strain on this one, eh? Oh, webs. Hit bar. La vie n'est pas si facile. Il faut bosser pour le faire en grand. Yeah, yeah. Yahweh shower me blessings. I did work, I did pray so hard. Yeah.
Hello, good afternoon, my friend. How are you today?
Very well, Charmalie. And how are you today?
I am doing well. Thank you so much for asking.
Yes.
It's cold here in Connecticut. I'm in Hartford at this time, and I'm telling you that it's still so chilly. How's the weather in Canada?
Well, it's just a little bit rainy right now, so you know the wind is a little bit chilly. So I
Yeah.
haven't gone out since morning, so I'm happy for that.
Okay. Amazing. Yeah. So I'm gonna dive right in. Hello, if you're new here. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're always here, it's good to have you again. Here we speak on psychological and social issues, as well as we motivate and we inspire to help you along your journey. If you are interested, feel free to subscribe and click the notification bell to alert you every time we upload a new video, and comment below to introduce yourself. We'd like to know who you are. Today, we're here to talk about what makes a great friendship. No one would argue that things like water, food, shelter are requirements for humans to thrive. But could the same argument be made about friendships? There's no question that God created us for relationships. He did created us for relationships. And friendship is one of the most critical connection, that we make with others. Friends give us allies, in the challenging world. And they offer us support. They offer us encouragement when we are down. They challenge us when we are being difficult and stick up for us with others. And though we'll have lots of friends, throughout our lifetime, we generally have a small handful of close friends who have a dramatic effect on us and has helped to shape who we have become. So for our earliest moments, friends profoundly impact, our attitudes. They do, and our behavior. And friendship is an essential part of life. I have with me Sheree Phillips Watson, a native of Jamaica like myself.
Yes.
Presently, she's residing in Canada and she's married for over 16 years. And God has blessed them with a beautiful little girl. She is so brilliant.
Yeah.
And she is a host of the YouTube channel Pour in Me Ministry TV. and his daughter's jar website. She is a songwriter and recently published a children's story book. And she is a great friend to myself and many others. Sheree loves people and is helping to make a difference in their lives, especially the lives of the younger ones and the older ones. Sheree, thank you so much for joining me today. It's a pleasure to have you. We are here today to discuss what makes a great friend. And you have been a friend to me for over 20 years. I calculated it.
Long.
Yes. And I'm going to ask you, what has inspired you to have so many innate qualities of a true loyal friend?
Well, first of all, I must thank you, Lena Cola Sharmali, as you know, for inviting me on this platform. I must also move forward to say that you have been making so much impact in the lives of your friends, especially on your YouTube channel and also here on Facebook. I'm impressed with the forward way in which you're moving forward with your crafted products that impact lives and the skin and the beauty of persons all around. I can see and feel that passion in you,
Yeah.
from the publishing of your books until the candles and now into skincare. I must laud you and
Thank
make
you.
me to bless you. Now to the question, what makes a good friend and why
Yes.
is it that I have so many qualities? First of all, I am a child of God.
Yes.
I try as much as possible to live with the qualities and the principles of God. And therefore, I find that in emulating Christ, some of those virtues are flowing out of me. And I am happy to be a good friend to someone. Not only a good friend, but a great and awesome friend to someone. So I thank God for the qualities that He has placed and endeavor me to use to impact lives.
Yes, and you do it so well. Sheree is she is very compassionate. And this is a personal thing. I don't know how she's with others, but if this is her personality, and I'm sure that she's the same with other people. Sheree, you are compassionate, you're kind, you have never judged me. You listen to me, and I can confide in you over the years. And you are a great compliment giver. And, that makes it also well with friendship because we all desire to feel empowered, and
Mhm.
we all desire to be loved and complimented. And you do it so very well, I must say. Now, what are some of the qualities that a true friend possess? What are some of the true qualities, some of the innate qualities that will help us to build our community?
Charmely, as you mentioned some of the personal things about me, I started to feel like I'm getting a little teary eyed because
Oh,
I don't know that I am doing all this. It's just so much a part of me. And sometimes I just can't even imagine not doing it. Right. And back to your question, can you just repeat the question for me again? Because I just wanted to mention that part of it. Can you just mention the question
yes.
again?
What are some of the qualities of a great friend?
Okay.
um I named some that is very personal to you, but what are some of the great qualities that a true friend must have, and how do we identify a true friend?
Okay, so from one of my definition that I've researched, a healthy relationship created over time with a person that is built on trust, care, and support, along with understanding, does make for a solid friendship. And then moving on to some of the qualities, we're talking about trustworthiness. We're talking about being loyal. We're talking about enjoying time together. We're talking about caring and willing to listen. You know, great friends. Let me just top it up a little bit, but great friends, knows when you're crying, even though the tears are not falling.
Yes.
I want to say that again. Great friends, the quality of a great friend knows when you're crying, even when the tears are not coming down. We're talking about accepting you for who you are. You know, we might not be the same, but we are different, but we are unique in our own way. Understanding. Can I say that a little more? A great friend understands. I remember some time ago I had a really difficult disappointment in my life. And one of my friends was calling me, like, and I couldn't balance with dealing with my friend and that situation. And I just simply said, whatever I'm going through, can I just take 2 weeks to go through it?
Yeah.
And immediately she understood me and she backed off. And when she thought that I was ready, she came right back into my life. And we moved on as if nothing, no time gap was there. The quality of a great friend is understanding and willing to feel what you're feeling, accept you, make you fulfill some, encourage you to fulfill some of your dreams and your desire, to provide emotional support. I cannot overemphasize that quality in a great friend, to emphasize with you when you're going through your painful moment. And the list goes on and on and on, Lena Cola.
Yes, I like that you say that a great friend empathize,
Mm-hmm.
and a great friend will feel your energy and feel the unspoken.
Mm-hmm.
Anything you don't say, they will
Yes,
pick it up when
yes.
you're talking, and
Mm-hmm.
that compassion is an amazing thing that, or amazing feeling that the good
Mm-hmm.
Lord gave us.
Yes.
I was looking at the First Corinthians 13,
Mm-hmm.
and it tells us how to love. It
Yes.
tells us how to love, and many people don't really follow that. Some friendship will hit it off at the same time, like David and Jonathan, and
Yes.
some friendships will take some time to form. And
Mm-hmm.
it is very imperative to understand that good friendship, true
Mm-hmm.
friendship,
Yes.
genuine, real loyal friendship
You
will
name
take time. It
it.
is giving and receiving, right? It is
Yeah.
giving and receiving. And Sheree, I have always told you how I admire you as an individual, and I don't care who don't like you. But I admire you as a Christian young woman who saw a young girl who used to sing, and you would invite me to your house for lunch.
Yes.
And that when I was a teenager, that's when our friendship formed.
Mm-hmm.
And you are that kind of person who will take everybody into the community or from church and invite them home. You will
Mm-hmm.
be responsible for the lunch, but
Mm-hmm.
at the same time you're very straightforward. When it's too much for you, you say, Chamali, can you bring some ackee and some saltfish? would
Something. Yes.
like would like for you to do that,
Yes.
and so being so outspoken, and at the same time you're forgiving and so
Mm-hmm.
caring as a mother to
Yes.
myself and many.
Mm-hmm.
I so admire that as a friend. I can call upon you any time, and you
Mm-hmm.
are there. um these days, friendship are not as strongly grounded.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed that there
Yes.
is a lack of this cohesive bond.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we are more inclined to have the friends that we had from childhood, right? Because
Yes.
we form a strong community. We did a lot together. We spent a lot of time together. going
Mhm.
to school, going to church, and all of that.
Mhm.
My next question to you is, what do you value most about real friendship? What do you value most about it?
Well, respect to me is what I value most in a friend. And let me just hasten to say this. If someone respects you, it is easier to deal with situations.
Pause 1 minute. I apologize for this. Can you turn your mic up a little bit more? Want to hear the projection of your
Are
voice.
you hearing me now?
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you for
Yes.
that. Yes,
Yes.
for me, respect is the foundation of my friendship,
Yeah.
right? If someone respects you, it is easier for them to adjust to any circumstance or situation that comes your way or between the friendship. Respect. If you're calling me and I say that I am somewhere and I cannot talk now,
Yeah.
because you know our friendship and what it is built on, you know that I'm not telling a lie. You know that I'm not hiding you. So respect for me is one of the foundation. And along with respect, we're talking about loyalty, right? Being loyal to each other. I don't
Yeah.
want someone to say that I'm their friend, but behind me, it's something else. Being loyal, it gets me going, it drives me, right? And the whole idea of acceptance, accepting me for who I am, for how I am, and the things that keeps me going. I am a happy person, and when I
Yes.
someone who is my friend and we share the same commonality, I tend to thrive in that state. So
Very true.
I would say that a great friend to me is my happy place.
That's right. You're not fake. That's one thing I know. But I want the viewers to know that we're not just discussing our lives today. We are here talking about what makes a great friendship, and we are mentioning some of the qualities that will make a great friend. You don't have to start from your childhood.
Mhm.
You don't have to start. A great friend will spend time to get to know the other individual, and if that individual behaves a certain way, if you are a caring, kind person,
Right.
then you will reach out and communicate. Not
Mhm.
only is loyalty an important factor in and respect, but communication is
Yes.
key to in any
Foundation.
relationship that you
Foundation.
may have. So
Mhm.
if there is a misunderstanding, don't just say, okay, I'm done.
Mhm.
She's this and he's that, and I'm not feeling him, but you didn't communicate.
Mhm.
Communication, sit them down
Right.
and talk, and that is when you will really find out that,
Mhm.
okay, this situation is not for me,
Mhm.
because you can see eye to eye. You're not
Right.
on the same level
You
where
know,
communication is concerned. One.
Leopold, this morning I knew that I had this program to
Yes.
prepare for. I knew that I wanted to get my headspace tied up into it. And immediately when I get up and my family went out for work and school, I text my friends, the ones that normally communicate with me during the course
Yes.
of the day. I have at least four people that we talk every day. And I popped
Yes.
them text and I said to them, I am preparing for a live meeting today. I'm not able to talk until such and such a time. And they immediately, give me a thumbs up, wishing me all the best. That's what friends do. You're
Yes.
not gonna push in and say, what's happening? I explained it. So a friend understands. A friend feel what you're feeling and a friend supports you in whatever you're going through.
Yes. Thank you so much to those who are just joining the live. We're talking about what makes a great friend. We are also on YouTube platform at this time at Moment of Inspiration. And I think that you can also find Sheree's video on her platform, which is Pour in Me Ministry TV. And she may upload this on her website. If you're getting value from this live, please click love, share the video, Comment below to introduce yourselves. Would like to know who you are. And thank you so much for joining us. Now,
Yes,
Sherry, we will continue.
yes,
Um, I'm what is I'm gonna get real personal with you at this
yes.
time. What is your most treasured memory as a friend?
You know, I keep my friends close to me. Like those who are close to me know that they are in my circle. And I have various friends for different aspects of my life. And the reason why I say that is because everybody cannot come on certain journey with me,
Right, right.
right? And so for me, going to a doctor's visit is one of the most personal, personal thing.
Yeah,
I am afraid of the doctor, right? And even though you shouldn't be afraid, but that's me. And I have one particular friend, she's a nurse. Whenever I'm going to the doctor, I'll give her previous notice, advance notice, and say, this is my doctor's date. And you better know that she's going to take that time off to come to the doctor's appointment with me. It doesn't matter what exam I'm doing. She's
yeah.
in that nursing room with me and she's holding my hand, even when I'm married. And some of the things I cannot explain or understand what the doctor says. When we come out of that visitation with the doctor, she's the first one to explain everything to me, and it makes my doctor journey exciting. So for me, my friend in Jamaica who is a nurse, I laud you every time, and I love you.
Yes, that is amazing that we have friends who are very supportive. Thank you so much for sharing that. But have you ever had that annoying friend? How did you deal with that?
You know, um, the word annoying sound a little bit, different for me. But what I do, I tuned out. I tune myself out for a minute and I step back and I decide how much I can manage at that particular time.
Yeah,
Because that person might just seeking attention for something, but is saying it in a different way or with a different attitude. So
yes,
I kind of step back. The other thing is I try to conserve my energy as much as I can in any situation that I'm in. And if I feel like it's not happening for me at that time, I am going to step back to conserve my energy. I don't want to be stressed over someone else's situation. I want to support them. I don't want to go down with them, but I want to be there for them. And as a result of that, I think stepping back for me is one of the tools I use if I find like someone is a little bit overpowering.
right.
Yeah.
So it is very important to be assertive in
Mm-hmm.
our friendship,
Yeah.
bond. And I know that it can be difficult sometimes
Mm-hmm.
because your friends are like your family, or they
Yes.
should be like your family. Notice you said your friend,
Sure.
will follow you to the doctor.
Mm-hmm.
And and I know you have some friend who love to carry food over to you, because you love a good fine vegetarian diet,
Yes.
and it is
Yes.
just wonderful. It is so wonderful to have that bond. But
Mm-hmm.
now that you're migrated, i am
Mm-hmm.
I have migrated for over 14
Right.
years now. um how do you maintain uh your friendship bonds? How do you maintain it? Do you find new friends in Canada, or do you still maintain the ones that you have back home?
So I remember some time ago I had a pastor friend, a young pastor friend, which is years ago. And I remember we were like talking, just basic friendship. And I remember weeks gone by, like we haven't communicated, say for 2 weeks or so. And I would always prompt him and say, why you didn't call me? How come you didn't call? And he said one thing to me that I haven't forgotten. He said, we are friends and we're rooted and we're grounded. And no
Yes,
time that didn't call is gonna mess up this friendship. And from
yeah,
that time until now, I have valued friendship. Most of my friends that I communicate with now are persons that I have from back home in Jamaica. I have
yeah,
made a few friends here, but in terms of that gel, that comfortable place for me with friendship, most of them is from Jamaica. And may I just move forward to say that my sisters are my best friends
Ah,
also. It's not
ah,
just about persons that I haven't met. My sisters are my best friend. We talk every day or every other day. And so friendship for me does not limit me to the person who I have met recently, but persons who value me, who sees me, and who makes me comfortable, happy, cheers me along. My church mom, she's one of my best ever friends because
yeah,
I
nice.
get guidance from her, right? So each, as I mentioned to you, I have my network of friends, and each of them have their various place in my heart. So I maintain every friendship that I have that I value, they're still maintained from back home even until now.
Yes, and that will make you a healthier person, right? Once you have people you can confide in. But
Yes.
I know over the years we're not perfect. We are humans and we lose friends. How do you deal with the fact when there's a misunderstanding and you lose a friend who is not willing to mend the friendship? Do you feel inundated? How do you deal with it?
So I recently had a situation that I have to deal with. It was a long-standing friendship, and
Yeah.
over time, it has grown to be one of the sour place friendship. To this moment, I cannot tell you what has transpired, why the friendship is like what it is,
Yeah.
but in a way you feel rejected, in a way you feel like you've been cheated. You did not get the chance to really know what's going on or what has happened, why this sourness. That's one family friendship, but
Yeah.
there's another friendship that I've valued for over the years, like from your days, Charmalie. We
Yeah.
have been friends, but just one simple business deal that was a simple misunderstanding went so sour. It hurts today, even today. And there are times when friendship can really pushes you to a place where you
Yeah.
don't want to be. You don't want to be. You don't want to stay there. And you now, as a Christian, have to work yourself out by self encouraging yourself. And if you
Yes.
really get the chance, like if I get the chance one of these days, I would want to know, why and how and where can we move on from there. But for now, it's one of those things that hurts just the same still today.
Yeah. I'm sorry that that happened,
Mm-hmm.
and I do also wish that you'll find the answers.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I wonder if there's going to be two heavens or three heavens,
Mm-hmm.
because honestly, we have to do what we have to do
Mm-hmm.
to maintain our great friendship with others, and
Mm-hmm.
we can't make people stay if
Yes,
they want to leave.
right.
We can only respect their space and the time that
Mm-hmm.
they've spent with us. And I am aware, very, very cognizant, that God will remove people from our lives,
Mm-hmm.
to make us more whole, give us a more wholesome, peaceful life.
Mm-hmm.
If that matters, you
Yes,
know, um, it can be heart wrenching.
yes.
I can also share a story of a friend that I had. She was very close to me, would come by my apartment. We would sleep in the same bed. We will eat. I am a host, honey. Once you come to my house, I
Yes.
am going to prepare everything I can to make you feel happy and comfortable. And this individual, I've been there for her since I came here,
Mm-hmm.
since I've met her, but I've been there for her. Not a Jamaica friendship. That's what I'm trying to say. Because if I don't
Mm-hmm.
clarify, people will misunderstand.
Right.
And um, some other friends and I had some discrepancies. Not no fault of mine. It's
Mm-hmm.
a situation where one of their children, or one of the child, allowed me to fall, pull the chair, and I fell and I hit my head on the
Oh,
church.
oh.
Yes, and
Sorry.
the argument or disagreement wasn't among or between that friend and I, but
Mm-hmm.
because she is a friend with them, she
Right.
pulled herself away from
Mm-hmm.
me. And that was one of the most painful feeling I ever had,
Mm-hmm.
in losing a friend, because
Yeah.
clearly this individual is not really thinking on a
Mm-hmm.
level basis on their own.
Mm-hmm.
You're allowing yourself to be influenced by others. And then we tried at the friendship, um, again. The apologies came several times, and I accepted them. But when you break the friendship bond,
Mm-hmm.
it is kind of hard to gel back, and
Yes.
especially if you're trying and they're making a lot of demands from
Mm-hmm.
you.
Right.
And remember, you evolve over the years. You
Yes. Yes.
change. I'm not the same person I was 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a totally different Charmely. Totally
Yes.
different. I really don't allow people in my space to try to break me or bring me down. And
Mm-hmm.
so I understand clearly what you're
Yes.
saying. We would like answers. Why
Yes.
initially did you do this?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What is the foundation, on what you did,
And
but
yeah.
yes,
And
go ahead.
some of, as you mentioned, that some of the type of friendship that we have that
Yeah,
has broken, has been
yeah,
broken,
yes,
sometimes we won't find closure in them, right?
yeah,
And
right,
closure is something so important to our health. Sometimes we don't find closure, and that messes up us even more, you know?
right.
And so, if we're thinking for each other and how it ought to be, then there has to be some place that we meet
Yes,
emotionally so that we can
yes.
get that closure. As you mentioned, some people will have to go, some will have to stay, but closure is very important to any separation or relationship, even with a great friendship.
That's right. We need to move on amicably, and
Mhm.
still at least can say hello when you
Yes,
see them at church, right? You have
exactly.
people in church keeping malice for 20 years. I've never seen this in all my days. You know, that it still exists. It still exists. There
Yes,
are still stories of malice in
yes,
church, and it should never be if you are worshiping
one.
together, right? Do you find that, right, let me say this, we are using social media
Mhm.
um right now to communicate a lot with our friendship. Do you find that social media create a stronger bond with your friendships?
Well, I believe so because the fact that I can get to call free, the fact that I can text free, the fact that
Yeah.
I can do a video or a FaceTime, yes, and I'm happy for how time has given us these opportunities, right? Because
Yes.
is if I was supposed to call Jamaica right now, I couldn't afford it, especially when you're on the phone for so long with some of your friends. So, of course, social media does it for me. It is a big place in where I am in
Absolutely.
my friendships, of course.
Absolutely. And I love this WhatsApp thing. You see, it brought me even closer to one friend I have over there in Canada,
Yes,
with you. She's Julie. You're one of them that I can call anytime. I
yes.
realize that my strong friends either are left back in Jamaica or they're in Canada. So we use the WhatsApp to communicate a lot. This She's truly a great friend, one that I can express myself to.
Mm.
She's compassionate, caring, kind, all the great qualities she has of a good friend. And that's you, Julie. It is you.
Ah,
How it started long ago when I was much younger, she said something about me that wasn't so. And she
no.
realized that she was wrong. And she
Okay.
came back to apologize. She came and she called a meeting with me, and she said, look, I said this about you, and I realized that it's not so, and I am so sorry. Ever since that, we have the strongest bond of friendship. All you have to
Mm,
do is to apologize if you're wrong,
yes,
and sometimes that is hard
mm,
for us to do,
yes,
right?
yes. Pride,
um
pride,
yes, go
pride.
ahead if mhm.
I was just going to mention that pride sometimes does get in the way to
Yes,
make some of these friendships for sure.
yes.
Mhm.
What have your friends taught you? We're winding down now. And I hope that you guys get something very profound from this talk that we have today about friendship, what makes a great friend. The next question is, what have your friends taught you about life? Because we don't only learn from our mothers and our
Mm,
fathers or brothers and sisters, siblings.
yes.
We friendship give us a wider community. What
Mhm.
have they taught you about life, about how to value life?
Well, as I mentioned to you, I have my compartment of different friends, and so each of them combining together make a whole
Mhm.
package for me to learn from.
From
Like I
okay.
like I have made friends here, like grandma and grandpa's here, that helps me with my daughter, right?
Yes,
Those
yes.
that for me is like that couple. They taught me how to give without counting the costs, right?
How to give, right?
Yes, meaning
Okay.
because of how they give towards my child,
Yes,
I'm now learning how to give without the counting the cost.
yes, yeah.
If my daughter gets sick, I could text and say, "Grandma, can you pick her up?" Grandma went and pick her up. So I'm looking at the traits now of the various persons that make up my friendship world. My friend Andrine, she taught me how to give without even reservation. It's like
Expecting
that.
anything.
Yeah,
Yes.
and she
Mm.
keeps giving and giving, and she keeps loving and loving. I have other friends. Some of them might not want me to call their names because they are with it. But I'm talking about various persons. They teach me so much that they don't have to know me for very long for them to
Yes.
know who I am and start
Yes.
to treat me like a foundation member in their friend
Yes.
circle. So some of my friends, they teach me how to anchor my life. As I mentioned earlier, my church mom, she teach me how to think through stuff, how to analyze. I have my another and nurse friend. We went and visit her last week. Oh, she cooked me some of the most delicious vegan dinner. And she taught me how to change my meal plan. So I'm just saying that various persons in my life teach me different things that helps me know to want to be a better friend. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
um, my friends teach me how to just take it easy. Don't rush, don't worry, don't take it easy on yourself.
Yeah.
That's good for me. I'm learning so much from my various friendship. I'm so happy to have you all friends in my circle. And you're not only a great friend, but you're awesome friends to me right now.
Thank you. Thank you. And you're that amazing friend too.
Yeah.
What are your do you have any final words for our viewers today
Well,
on
basically,
friendship?
definitely. I want to leave four things that if you are struggling to be a good friend, and let me top it up a little notch to say if you're struggling to be an awesome friend, a friend care about each other's goal and opinion, right? A friend support and celebrate your victories.
Yes.
A friend, they help you to overcome obstacles, right? They tell you the truth even though it hurts.
Yes. For real.
And finally, I just want to say that a friend knows all your stories. So let me repeat. A good friend knows all your stories, but a great friend go through them with you.
Amen. Amen. Sheree, It was wonderful to have you. It was great to have this discussion with you. It was enlightening. It was a delight. Thank you
Thank
so much for coming. Please drop your link in the message below, and so others can come over to your channel
I will.
as well.
And
Guys,
thank you.
friendship matter. Do you want
Yes.
to say
I was
something?
just saying that thank you for inviting me, and you are an awesome friend, and I love you.
I love you too. It's my pleasure, my utmost pleasure to have you. Friendship matters. And the older we get, the less time we have to invest in a significant number of relationships. And even though the friendship pool isn't as wide as it once was, it can get a lot deeper. But remember, your friendship has more power than you realize. So you must choose them wisely. Never let go of the loyal friends that you have in your life. And I want you to have a great day, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. Lena Cola, our Charmely Sherry Watson, all the way from Canada, on Moments of Inspiration. Take very good care. Walk good.
Yes. Big up yourself.
All right, big up.